So as you bring yourself to readiness, you want 2 blocks, right? So you can step up and step back more easily, in particular if your hip flexors are tight in any way. And you want to have a strap or a tea towel or an old tie, a climbing rope, a jump rope, whatever it is that you can go up and over the shoulders, because you're stretching from the sternum all the way out across the front of the chest and the shoulders. Because if this looks familiar, we're doing that all the time, and that is shortening across the chest. So get a strap. Because if you have a strap, you can open your chest and you can start to use the full capacity of your lungs. And you won't depress yourself, and you won't isolate your diaphragm, and you won't slowly suffocate as you get older. So a strap would be great. Good morning. Just saying. So if you haven't picked it up, James Nestor writes a fantastic book called Breath. And one of the chapters in particular is called Exhale. And I just want to read 2 paragraphs from this, because if you think about what we're doing, so much of these exhale, 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 and the squat, and exhale, and the exhale, and the exhale. And what we understand for ourselves is that if I breathe in, oxygen is my friend, I want a bigger breath in, the whole thing, this is going to be great. The more important function of our breathing is our exhalation. Our exhalation is what really begins to shift the immobility that can build in the diaphragm. And the exhalation is removing the carbon dioxide. And so it's this waste product. Like if you didn't pee enough, if you didn't sweat enough, if you didn't poop enough, you would build up. These are aspects of our body that require release. This is the same with the exhalation. So this health and openness that we're going for is based in the exhalation. So exhale 7 times and inhale 1. This is really how we're getting there. Normally, the blood coursing through our arteries and veins at any one time does a full circuit once a minute, an average of 2,000 gallons of blood a day. This regular and consistent blood flow is essential to delivering fresh, oxygenated blood to cells and removing waste. What influences much of the speed and strength of this circulation is the thoracic pump, the name for the pressure that builds inside the chest as we breathe. As we inhale, negative pressure draws blood into the heart. Inhaling means I'm drawing my diaphragm down. Okay? As we inhale, negative pressure draws blood into the heart. As we exhale, blood shoots back out into the body and into the lung, and it recirculates. It's similar to the way the ocean floods onto the shore and ebbs out. What powers the thoracic pump is the diaphragm, the muscle that sits beneath the lungs in the shape of an umbrella. The diaphragm lifts during exhale, which shrinks the lungs and drops back down to expand them during inhalation. This up and down occurs 50,000 times a day. A typical adult engages as little as 10% of the range of the diaphragm when breathing. This overburdens the heart. It elevates blood pressure, and it causes a rash of circulatory and cardiovascular problems. Extending the breath to 50 or 70% of the diaphragm's capacity will ease cardiovascular stress, and it will allow the body to work more efficiently. For this reason, the diaphragm is sometimes referred to as the second heart. Not only because it has its own rhythm, but because it affects the rate and the strength of the actual heartbeat. Right? We have a lot of misconceptions on what our heart is doing and what it's about. So really, the bigger your breath, you are moving a muscle that requires tending. If you sit there, these little teeny tiny breaths, now your heart has to compensate for what the diaphragm could be helping with. Your whole thoracic cavity is what moves, what begins that great exchange of both gaseous molecules and its distribution through your body. So today we're going to go really soft and really slow, and you'll still be able to access that. I want you to know that you can go in so many directions. Bring your palms together, enough talking, sitting up tall. I've had a lot of commentary about this sequence, so we just need to back it up and say, why does this matter? It matters because you matter. It matters because your heart matters. It matters because if you breathe more deeply, if you focus on the exhalation, you're focusing on the pliability of that diaphragmatic pump, and you're bringing freedom to the rest of your body, and you're giving your heart the opportunity to be sustained and supported by something other than just this little tiny aspect it has, but it is made to be carried by the rest of your body. Om Namo, I bow to something greater and further and deeper and wiser than I. Gurudev Namo, I bow to the great teacher and wisdom I am. Outside and in, we are all of it. 3 times in heaven. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om shoulders, shake out your hands, come lie down on your back. Let's start right there. Keep the space on either side, sort of hip to knee distance, keep it clear. So that as you lie back, you can roll a little side to side, get yourself settled, shake out your feet, and take your right leg long, your right hand overhead. Flex point your right foot, roll your ankle. Open and close your toes, open and close your right hand, and then spread your right fingers wide. Flex your right foot, spread your toes, and now shake out the left heel, the left knee. And feel how shaking out the left side starts to give you just an extra 3 inches in the right side body. Splaying the ribs, dropping the shoulder, opening the thigh. And then change right hand, right shin, left leg long, left hand overhead. It starts kind of ho-hum. So flex point, roll your left ankle. Open and close your toes, open and close your left hand, and open your left hand wide, and stand in your left heel, and flex your feet, and spread your toes, and shake out your right heel. So as you shake out your heel, notice you can get your chest a little further away from your hips. You can stand more fully in your left heel, you can open your navel, and then bring it into the middle, and open the right side. Inhale, exhale, hand to shin. Left side. 10. Keep your feet flexed. Keep reaching into your heels. Keep dropping your navel. 4. As you put your left leg long, left hand takes your right thigh across towards the left side of the body. And then back into the center, and your right hand catches the left thigh and takes it to the right. Exhale. Oh. Inhale, center. Exhale, revolve. Rolling onto your left hip, your left ribs. So allow yourself to roll from side to side. It isn't necessarily that I'm keeping my shoulders to the floor, because that can put undue stress onto your back and your spine. But let yourself roll. Your hips roll, your shoulders roll. 5. And as you give yourself that permission to move, there's a softening. 4. 3. 2. Into the center. Good. Take a block. Set it to your left side on its edge. Lift your hips up and take them over to the right. Left leg straightens and bring your right outer inner knee to the block. So I'm on my outer left hip and I'm resting my knee on the block. And my right hand begins to skim across the floor wide like a wing, bringing it down beside me and then out to the side overhead. Inhale as you reach overhead, and you're reaching up and out of the right hip, up out of the right rib. And then back down, turning the navel to the right sideways. Keep your right hand wide out to the side. And allow yourself to settle, becoming heavy in the left hip. Becoming heavy in the right shoulder, gently inviting a turn through the spine. Open and close your right hand. Feel the opening of your hand all the way into your right side lung. And back into center. So all of these movements are really allowing the pelvis some freedom so that we can turn and free up the base of the diaphragm. Hips up and over to the left. Block goes to the right. Right leg goes straight. And the left inner knee falls to the block. Right hand will support you, holding the left side of the thigh. And then sweep around. Left hand up and down wide like a wing. So your diaphragm, imagine starting at the base of your sternum and then traveling wide along the base of your ribs and all the way along the base of the back ribs until it meets again at the spine. And so it's this great sheath of muscle. Keep your left hand wide and bring your attention to that muscle. A little shake. Use your right hand to shake the left knee and open through the left side, through the base of your ribs to the where the diaphragm meets the left side of your spine. And back into the center, knees bend, feet flat. And pause. Hands to your shins, and you'll just roll a little forward and a little bit back. Just roll a little forward and a little back. 3, 2. Come all the way up over. You're finding your hands and knees. If you like to pad your knees, set your blocks up at the top. Put a blanket under your knees if that's your jam. And the blocks give us a little extra height. But today we're just going to get a little space. Hands on the blocks. Tuck your chin around your back, wide your tail. Drop your head. And with hands on blocks, cat-cow. And feel the little extra height through the front, right between your belly button and the base of your sternum. And if you can't find it or it doesn't seem very obvious, you can try getting a little higher, coming onto the edge of the block. And bringing your attention right to the solar plexus. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. So hands on blocks, fold back to child, which will open your shoulders, your armpits, your chest, even your palms. That connective tissue that runs from the heart, the pericardium, all the way into your hands. Rise up, hands and knees. Put the heels of your hands at the edge of your blocks. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Take it back. So blocks need to be on your mat, hands and knees, so they won't slip away from you. Child's pose. If it doesn't work for you with the blocks, put your hands back down and use the mat. Or go 3 more times with your hands on the blocks and feel a little extra opening into the back body, into the front body, under the arms. So that we're spreading the spaces between the ribs. The intercostal muscles get equally stuck, shortened, immobile. I'll meet you in dog. Right foot will step up. So I'm keeping the blocks. If you need to, notice, did that get sticky? Turn it on its edge. Put your left knee down, keep your hands up high. Here's my inhale, super simple. And down. Step back, down dog. Left foot steps up, right knee comes down. Hands up high. So float. And it's your pace. The right up, the left knee down. And float. What if you took the force out of your movement? last one with the right, and the last with the left. Doesn't need to be dramatic. And as you finish, step up and set your blocks forward. Hands go wide, bend your knees, drop your seat, roll your hands high. Good. And then hands wide, knees bend, slide down the backs of your legs and just fold. That's 3. Unfold, standing tall. And down the backs of the legs. Each one into new territory. And again, hands down the backs of your legs really takes the load out of your back and allows your hamstrings to release. Go one more time. Hands go wide, go down the backs of your legs. Knees bend, tail goes back. And you're feeling that you could sweep the tension off the backs of your legs with your hands, and then you're rising back up the same way. Interlace your hands overhead, turn your palms overhead, and then make a circle. And really feel the base of your rib cage. And we have this new awareness, the role of the diaphragm, the importance of the exhalation. There was a physician in the late 1960s who was able to cure emphysema simply by helping people complete their exhalation reverse. And that same physician who was able to cure what today we still consider an uncurable condition, because it's free and requires no medication, he brought 3 runners to the Olympic podiums, hands wide, because it changed their breathing. Shake it up. Step back and then step. Left heel forward, right knee high. Pause. Stand tall. So from all the space in the chest now, anchor into the left heel, flex your right foot, and raise your left hand the way we did on the floor. The way we did on the floor. Get longer. Left heel down, left toes long. Now it's different today. Take your left hand forward. Turn your thumb down. And take your left hand outside of your right knee. This is the twist we had on the floor. Sweep the right hand up. Turn your navel, turn your chest. Reach your right hand back, looking forward, and then maybe walking your eyes across the room to find your turn. Ha. Ready? Right hand high. It's different when you're not on your back. Set it down. Shake it out. Step back. Right heel down, left knee up. Gotta keep changing the game. And interlace. So this might be where you work. This is fantastic. If you're super wobbly, build it up. Right heel down, right toes long. Each day we just change a little bit. Flex your left heel. Take your right hand high. And now open that right side body. Keep that very long. You know how it felt on the floor, so feel it here. Right hand forward, thumb down. Your palm goes to the outer left knee. Flex your foot. Now left hand come up. Maybe there. Awesome. Maybe back. Revolve. Like your left knee was on a block. And you're sweeping your left hand wide, and maybe you turn your chin to the left. Ha! That's your diaphragm right there across the middle of your body. Look to the front, left hand high, set it down, get your strapper. That's how you want to feel. I recorded the practice for those who are monthly subscribers, who donate to me monthly. And I'm so chuffed up. Can you feel the difference? I'm so happy. Wait, strap goes wide. Up and over. Fantastic. So look for that. That will come out tomorrow. If you contribute to me consistently, that means that you also contribute to Wikipedia to keep fair and equitable information available to everyone. You contribute to Farmer's Footprint, to regenerative, non-glyphosate-based farming for all. You contribute to Women for Women. I got a letter yesterday from our sister in Nigeria who has finished her program that we supported, bought 3 goats and is putting her daughters through school. Go us, right? Right hand wide, go across the front. We plant, 63 trees each month. Through Nature Conservancy, plant 1 billion. We pull 40 pounds of plastic out of the ocean according to 4Ocean. So we are tending the sea, the air, the soil, the wisdom, the women. As you grow, we all grow. That's how it works. So set up a daily contribution, a monthly contribution, and your money will be well used, hands forward. Wrap a strap around one side, wrap a strap around the other. Plus you get these really spanky extra creatives. Right foot down, left ankle over right, reach out, reach out, reach out, tail back. Reach out, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. Tuck chin. Reach the point of your head, the top of your head forward, the seat back, the chest to the shin. 2. Sit into it, sit into it. Arms beside your ears. And then press straight down, nice straight up. And sit down. Hands out front. Try to pull the strap apart. And that, if you do, you can get some space around the base of your neck, which can get really tight. So left heel down, right ankle over your left knee. Press your right knee back and reach your hands out. So right knee down makes you stable. Right foot flex, keep your left knee safe. Tail back. Tuck your chin, which brings your navel up and in, which sends your tail back. Knuckles forward, tail back. Arms out long, go 3. Right knee down, go 2. And sit straight down and rise straight up. Good. And set it aside. Swing out your feet, hands on hips. So that none of the tension, if that was tricky, and sometimes when we're trying to balance, we can get a little grippy like a bird on a branch. So let all that gripping out of the low back, out of the feet, out of the hands. Good. 3, 2. Step your feet wide. When we begin the Kriya here, fingers are interlaced. You're bringing them over the shoulder. Exhale in the middle. Inhale, exhale. You close your mouth, put the tip of your tongue right where the back of your front 2 teeth meet the palate of your mouth. And it's as though you're opening one lung at a time. And you're stretching that thoracic cavity. Now let's make it softer. It can be as light as you like, or as big as you need. Thirty seconds. Three, 2, 1. Go wide. Float open. Pause. Gather your attention up the legs, up the pelvis, up the spine. Midbrain grows bright, chin comes up, hands go wide and down. May your breath grow easy, full. May you return to 50 or 70% capacity of what you're here to experience internally, and may that serve the work of your heart. So start low, right? We're going to start really soft. Inhale, hands out to the side. So inhale up, exhale, center, inhale down, exhale, center, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. It can be so subtle and silky. As you're ready, keep it subtle, keep it silky, and the arms extend. Stand in your legs. Get into your body, get out of your head. Soften your shoulders, let your breathing be free. If you need a rest, you're going to shake it out. The next 10 seconds, just shake your hands, shake your shoulders, shake your feet. Get rid of the tension you might have been accumulating, because we're going to go back in and we're going to keep this going, but we change the breath to go in, out, out. In, out, out. In, up, out, down. Up, down, down. Again, the tip of your tongue is behind your front teeth. Take a proper stance, put the work in your legs, free up your shoulders, put a little bend in your elbows if you need to. Take care of yourself. You got a minute and a half. Building the capacity of that thoracic pump, that combination of diaphragm and heart, the exponential movement of lung and oxygen and heart and diaphragm and carbon dioxide. You are built for this. Twenty seconds. One more time. Hands up high, 3 sips, go. Hook your thumbs, reach, bring your feet a little closer together, wag your tail, bang your heel, settle down to rise up, up, up. Chin up, breath out, hands down, notice. Let it go. And really keep letting go. If it's been dramatic in your world, and you have accumulated drama, and now doing this, the prana is inflaming any sensation of, God, this is so hard, this is so overwhelming, awesome, that's great. As the energy settles, let that sound internally settle. And if you need to, you literally comb it down out of your body. We are not here to inflame neutrality. Shake out your feet. Settle your heels, hip distance. Neutrality. Hands out, elbows bent, turn to the right. So notice if I bang my knees together, I'm going to strain my outer knees and inner ankles. Center. I'm going to take my knees straight forward, my tail back. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And feel how gentle that can be. Out, in, out, in, out. I'm taking such sweet care. That place of overwhelm can be met, and I can still get the benefit in my body and the rhythm in my breathing. And as I warm up and as I grow steady, I extend the arms, the breath grows. You are in command of these circumstances. So practice serving yourself by creating exactly the circumstance that serves you. No bigger, no smaller. Might go slower, might go faster. You are your authority. If it starts to agitate you, slow it down. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, center, turn, squat, rise, center, turn, squat, rise, out, in, out, in. Focus on the exhale, grounding, the apana, the completion, the release of what you've done with. Put it into the ground. It becomes compost. It becomes your roots. Ten seconds. One more. Finish your side. Come back to center. Turn your hands down, inhale there. Tuck your chin. Lengthen, press into the back of your head. So the back of the throat is long, the front of the throat is long, the toes lift up, the spine is tall, the fingers are loose. Chin up, breath out, hands down. Feeling from the navel to the feet. I am welcome here. Feeling the beat of your heart and the free capacity that you're creating in the space that surrounds your heart so that it doesn't need to work, so that it doesn't need to be so tightly constrained, should get your hands and your feet. And so we want it to move, circling backwards, up, up, up overhead, circle forward, bend your knees, forward, drop your head, finish hands overhead. So you're circling up and circling back and inhaling up. And then you're bending your knees and you're circling and you're exhaling, exhaling out. And you're inhaling, inhaling in. And you're exhaling, exhaling out. Put a big jammy bend in your knees so that your low back is totally protected. Loosen through the shoulders, the hinge of the hips. Finding the full capacity of your chest, opening up the front, opening up the back, that your breathing very naturally extends into the spaces that you're creating to relieve the tension. And in that, on that breath, the prana is rising so that the space around you is growing with intelligence, with light, with possibility. The breath doesn't just go into your lungs, the prana goes through your body and beyond it. You are a field, you are an experience, you are a moment, you are a sound. Go one more full time up and one more full time down. We'll meet at the top. Hands widen. And feel the space from your heart in all directions, the length of your arm to your fingertips. Up overhead, out in front, out behind, down below. That field is yours. And down to a seat. So that emphasis on the exhalation is what starts to free up the diaphragm. Now when the diaphragm can be free, then we can really start to have the freedom in our heart and health in our bodies. So let's start this really kind of hands out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 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 out your nose. Super simple, no drama. You can work it right there or arms go straight. 5, 6, 7. So work it there or adding a ha. 5, 6, 7. Ha. One more. Ha! Hands down, notice. Let go. Whatever you're holding, thinking, dreaming, imagining, just get quiet for a moment like you're not talking in a conversation. Notice. Let your legs shake out in front of you. Whatever you're sitting on, keep it. Bend your knees, shake out your feet. So I'm pulling my heels towards me. As I pull my heels towards me, it pulls my body forward. Hands come up high. Exhale, I pull forward. Inhale, I rise up. Exhale, so navel to spine. Close your eyes, thumbs point back. Otherwise, hands at shoulders if it's too much on your back. If you need support, hands on thighs. Inhale up, exhale back. You are gathering into the body. Into the lower three centers of your navel, of your low belly, and of your pelvis, the pelvic floor, your seat, right where you connect like a socket. We think we need to live our lives in our minds. I want you to drop your attention in your mind down into the sensations in your body. 1 minute. Inhale upright. 3 sips, hook your thumb. And just be still. Release your elbows, your hands, your chin comes up, your hands come down, and you lie back. Whatever you're on, take it out, knees bend. If you need to support, put it under the backs of your knees or lie low. 5 minutes. The quicker you fall into complete ease, the more you get. Shake out your feet side to side, no tension in the legs. Shake out your knees up and down, and free your low back, ride your tail. Let your legs be loose and limp. Lovely. Arms wide like wings, spreading your shoulder blades. Let the breath be big and loose like luffing sails. Let them explore your ribs. Let the breath rearrange the posture of your shoulder girdle on the floor. And then like an animal settling into its nest. Become still. You are so full of marker. To show up, to do this, to move in these ways, deepen your breathing and fill your body with life and love. I am this. I am this bright soul. It's riding in this good body for a moment, and then I'm going to let it go. Walk your feet in, bring your palms together. Hold your shins and move it a little side to side. I'm going to rock forward and back 10 times. Take your time. And just twice, forgive me, lie back. We'll start again. Right hand wide, right leg long and center. Left hand opens, left leg out. Or both legs. Legs at about 45 to 60 degrees. Arms out wide. Inhale as you open and exhale as you bring it in. Keeping the base of your big toes together. If you choose, work there, or lift your head, shoulders, reach towards your heels, and bring your knees in without using your hands. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then it ends the shins. Roll forward, roll back. So you're anchored at the navel. You just keep bringing the energy in and down so that that which is finished can leave. And that would be yesterday, and that would be last year, and we can stand in today. Roll forward, plant your feet, stand up tall. Hands to your hips, tail back a little bit. Inhale, stand up. And exhale, fold. Now as you press down, try to hug your heels towards each other, and you will feel a point below and behind your navel hold. And you can work right here. You can be as big or as small as you like, or hands out in front. Inhaling and exhaling, or hands interlaced behind your head for 10. Hug your heels. Plant yourself in right now. Breath. 2, 1. Standing tall. Your palms forward. Just notice that incredible arrival. That woof, that upheaval that starts to show up, that's the momentum that you've built flooding through you, through your circulation, through your subtle body. You ride that ride of upheaval and you let it pass. Deepen your breathing until you feel your heart relax and your heartbeat begin to settle. And you're down to kneeling. We finish with sound. And the sound is a way of really clearing the last aspects of our frequency. We move the physical body, we move the breath body. And this takes us further. So if kneeling doesn't work, then sitting on the edge of a chair, the edge of a couch, feet flat, heart high. So you have this tiny little tail back, heart high, and what that does is it's planting the pelvic floor flat, like it's not rounded down, because that would be a mammalian way of saying I'm afraid. So heart high. I am this, that's all we're saying. I revere this, I bow to it. Interlace your fingers, first one up, left thumb over right for women, right thumb over left for men, hands up beside your overhead and your arms beside your ears. And then notice, where does your pelvis need to be so that you can really find the cathedral. Front, back, left, right, scoot around, make a circle, and find dead center. Fingertip, crown, throat, heart, navel, seat. We'll inhale, suck up to the mid-brain. We'll exhale, numb, right out the middle of your forehead. We're going for 3 minutes. Inhale. Sat, nam, 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 sat, nam. One more. Sat, nam. Elbows bend, hands down, turn your palms open and rest them on your thighs for 3 minutes. stay longer if you like. Sweet light. Put the palms together and just gather it into you. And again, open wide. And the palms together and the thumbs to the forehead center. I bow to this. I dignify my work. I respect all that I am. Long set, short crown, inhale. Namaste. I see. So good, thank you, thank you. So you can adjust it, you can play, you can make it huge and noisy, you can make it soft and smooth. This is yours. This is yours. So that was a reading from James Nestor. The name of the book is Breath. The emphasis that we were talking about today is the exhalation. And when you exhale, you're allowing the diaphragm to come higher up in the body, a little bit of a stretch, and then a little more space. And then, and the secret is to say, count 1 to 10 out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Until you get to a whisper. So when you're driving or you're stuck or you can't quite find your exhalation because you've been caught, this Dr. Stowe taught, it's a very simple method of exhale till you can't and then start saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fast as you can until you can't anymore. And you can really get all the until, and just do that 5 times. And you will feel a significant shift because now your blood is moving differently, your breath is moving differently, the thoracic pump is helping the heart. Breathe long, breathe well. There's more. I'll see you on Sunday at 8 a.m. Remember, next week, class is 7:30 a.m. and on Tuesday and 7:30 a.m. Tuesday and Thursday, 7:30 a.m. But every Sunday is 8. So I'll see you soon. Look for a newsletter today. If you don't get it, you gotta sign up. Till then.